Hello, my name is Randy Ripkey. I'm the owner of Accurate Messages and the developer of TASbiller Cloud. This is the next in the series of Yes You Can videos. We'll be talking about the Magic Number Calculator on this video. If you'd like a copy of this spreadsheet, shoot me an email. I'll be happy to send it to you. The Magic Number is a tool to use to price your accounts and to achieve profitability. The most important thing about it is that it's unique to you. I have people that call me all the time and say, hey, what do you charge? What's your magic number? And it really doesn't matter what my number is. It doesn't matter what the guy down the street, what their number is. Your magic number is unique to you based on your expenses and your desired profit level. So you can use this tool to calculate what you should be charging to achieve that goal. To do some what ifs if you were to raise your rates or cut back on labor or reduce expenses, and see what the effect is on your bottom line. The first step is to calculate the average hourly operator wage. Now this is for just your agents, and this has to include all of their taxes and benefits. It'll include their vacation pay, any bonuses you have. That total gross wage number is then divided by the number of hours that they actually worked. Now I do this exercise about every month. I take QuickBooks and calculate these numbers and work on a spreadsheet. And the reason I'm using a spreadsheet is because I have two different corporations, so I have to blend the two together. So it's a little more of a job. But anyway, only takes a few minutes. The average number of hours per week, that should be a pretty easy one for most of us. How many hours of agent time you're scheduling, not managers, just agents. The next one here are your expenses, and these are all of the expenses it takes to run your business. And for those of you with managers, this is where the manager pay gets plugged in. Now your pay does not get included in this. Your pay is the profit. So although some of us pay ourselves for tax purposes, you don't want to include that in those calculations above. The utilization rate, this can almost require its own video. I'm working on my Daisy app to calculate this for us. Personally, I'm still using a spreadsheet, which is going to come up here in a moment. And if you'd like a copy of this spreadsheet, let me know. I'll be happy to send this to you. But this requires a few minutes of time every day. We pull some reports off our system, get the operator time and get the work time, and it does the calculations in the spreadsheet for us, and it tracks us so we know if we're trending up or trending down, if we're staffed properly, that kind of stuff. The desired profit, for me in a small operation, I'm looking at 45–50%. I may exceed 50%. For those of you in a larger operation, you should still be in the 30 to 35 or 40% range. It is doable. And the easy one here is the number of billing periods per year, 28-day versus monthly. That's a topic unto itself, and I'll be discussing that in another video for raising rates. Okay, this is the actual magic number calculator on an Excel spreadsheet. In an effort to make the numbers as legible as possible, I've focused the recording area on just the numeric area, left the chart area off. Let's start with, we're going to use my real numbers. My average annualized hourly operator rate is currently fully loaded at $22.74. Again, I'm not paying any of my agents $22, but I do have some that are at $17, $18, $19, that once you add on taxes and week of vacation and certain benefits that we offer, it adds up fast. We're currently scheduling about $300 per week. My expenses have been dropping nicely the last few years, and we're down to $125,000 now of annual expenses. I expect that number to continue to drop. I'm in the process, we're 100% virtual. I have like 2 more years left on my lease, so I'm looking forward to having that expense go away entirely. Meanwhile, we're trimming it back as best we can, is cutting back on services and office supplies and things we no longer need. I run a 60% utilization, at least that's my goal, and we generally achieve that. My desired profit is 50%, and we're on 28-day billing, so I've got 13 billing periods per year. Now, these are my real numbers, and if I look at this, I'm seeing that on a monthly basis or a billing period basis, I'm billing about $74,000, which is about right. I'm grossing between $900,000 and $1 million, which is about right, and that would achieve my 50% goal. Now, I'm not quite there yet. This is assuming my magic number is at $1.71. Now, I happen to know that my average billing right now is $1.67. So I have this other tab built in where we can calculate the profit. So based on $1.67, I'm realizing this much profit, so I'm at 48, almost 49%. So I'm just about there. I'm just a few pennies away now on my billing. So a couple ways of doing that. I could shrink that expense a little bit more, which it probably will by itself, and then also just continue to chip away at rate increases. And I'll have another video on rate increases coming out soon. I'll be at that 50% number very quickly. Now, what I've done is, I call this kind of the reverse magic number. And I've taken into consideration some of the larger answering services and where you're grossing $4, $6, $8 million. It's kind of a different ball game. Now, in these scenarios, you've got layers of management. So I'm trying to look at a kind of an average of a good-sized answering service who maybe is able to hire at better rates, perhaps, if they're depending on where they're located and what have you. So here I'm plugging in what the gross is. I'm plugging in the hourly rate, and it's calculating the number of hours for payroll based on, again, a 60% utilization, kind of backing my way into it, if you will. And in this scenario, this person is billing, say, $1 a minute, and they're still able to make a decent profit. Now, would I go through all of this headache for having the management staff and the layers of training and other expenses to make a couple $100,000 more a year than what I am right now? Not really. We can play with this number now. Say this person's billing $1.10, and all of a sudden this number starts making sense. Personally, I'd want to see it about there before I'd be interested. So for $1 million a year, sure, I'll deal with the layers of management and achieve a better gross revenue and have more agents. But look where your magic number needs to be. Now, the other factor to take into consideration here is, this person is looking at probably an average hourly wage of $12, $13 an hour and maybe $3 or $4 an hour of benefits. Now, if the minimum wages that are being proposed go into effect, where the federal minimum wage is $15, you still have $3 or $4 of add-ons to that, and that wage all of a sudden goes up to, say, $18 or maybe $19. Look at the effect on your bottom line. It gets chipped away at real fast. So that's kind of the danger of having a slim margin down here. If something happens, especially with payroll, where the expenses go out of line, it very quickly affects your profit. So here are some interesting spreadsheets and calculations to play with and do some what-if scenarios with your real numbers. If you'd like a copy of this spreadsheet, please give me a call, shoot me an email. This will be concluding our magic number presentation. I appreciate your time. If you would, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe to the TASbiller channel. And thank you very much. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a nice day.